A second round of international peace talks on Syria has got underway in Vienna. According to Russia's foreign ministry spokeswoman, tragic events in Paris will adjust the agenda for the talks. Some analysts believe that Moscow has a strong argument up its sleeve for the negotiations, a change of the situation on the battleground.
The Syrian army is just expanding its offensive. It's trying to recapture one city after another. So if we see that really this is Syrian army offensive supported by Russian airstrikes, is not just a propaganda plot. This is something which can come as a game change in the whole problem. Probably that can be Russia's trump card at the negotiating table.
According to analysts, only serious gains on the ground by the Syrian army against ISIL may convince the US and Saudi Arabia that Bashar al-Assad may be a part of a transitional period. Earlier in the week, a Russian document circulated at the United Nations proposed a constitutional reform process in Syria of up to 18 months, followed by early presidential elections. But it failed to specify the fate of Syria's President Bashar al-Assad, which is a key difference between foreign powers. During the week, Moscow has hosted several members of so-called tolerated opposition parties in Syria, as well as civil activists, who've met with officials from the Russian Foreign Ministry before a second round of international Vienna talks.
This week, the Russian Foreign Ministry held a series of meetings with the delegations of the Syrian opposition, the National Coordinating Committee, the Front for Change and Liberation, as well as the Supervision Group of the Appeal to the UN Secretary-General.
According to the Foreign Ministry, it is a priority for Moscow to establish which Syrian opposition groups can be considered partners in the process and which are terrorists. And that's another bone of contention between Russia and Western allies in the Syrian conflict. Julia Lubova, CCTV, Moscow.